What makes music art? I think you know when music becomes art when it impacts you in a way that changes you. And one musician that's always made me feel like he's a true artist is Nujabes. And I started to wonder, what was it about his music that made me feel that way? And the more I thought about it, I think I got close to figuring out what it was. His music is spiritual. It makes me feel at ease and speaks to a different part of my soul. And the more I listened to the lyrics of his featured artists on these instrumentals, I came to realize it's all hopeful.
Whenever you are feeling blue, keep walking and we can't get far.
And the thing about it too is it doesn't feel like a fake hope. It feels like a genuine, true passion that these artists are trying to put forth through their music. And it comes through so authentically on the canvas that Nujabes allowed them to spill out their hearts onto. It never feels fake either, I think, because they don't ignore the bad realities of life, but rather the way they describe it is by accepting those realities but not falling down to them, but ultimately using them as a way to transform themselves and become better people. And I think this speaks volumes to the environment and world that Nujabes created, not only through the beautiful instrumentation and sampling that he did, but by allowing this collaboration of artists to all mesh together in a melting pot to create a beautiful lens to look at life through.
ヌジャベスさんとの思い出を教えてほしいです。
でも彼も本当に変わった人で、まあこう考えるとみんな変わってるんですけどね。彼も本当変わった人で、まあやっぱり彼も本当こだわりがある人だったんじゃないですかね。うん。それでなんか僕は結構意見をいろいろ言う方なんで、こうしたらいい、ああしたらいいとか、やっぱそういうのは結構真面目に聞いてくれてたような印象はありますね。はい。なんか、はい。細かいところで、ラブシック1のビートを聞いて、ちょっとこの哀愁漂う感じやってみようかなと思って連絡したんですよ。知ったら、
To me, Nujabes also creates a world for the listener to kind of get lost in. And that world doesn't feel overwhelming or too much. His music almost reminds me of the Japanese word komorebi, which literally translates to the shadows that you see when the sun is shining through the leaves of trees. And there's also a more philosophical meaning to that definition, which is the idea of noticing and slowing down and just seeing the things around you in day-to-day life that other people would just walk by and not even pause to take in. His music invites you in not only to take in the world that he sees around him, but also it gives you the space to look at your own world and allow it to almost coexist with his music. This was never meant to be a deep dive on Nujabes, but rather more so I wanted to make somewhat of a love letter to the art and music and atmosphere that he decided to gift the world with through his music. There's never been a time in my life where it doesn't feel like a good time to put on his music. And I can't say that about a lot of my favorite artists, but there's something about him specifically that always makes me go back to his art. I'll forever be grateful for the art that he chose to give the world, and it continues to inspire me to do the same.